Listen, if you've been feeling like your performance isn't what it used to be, if you've noticed that spark fading or your confidence dipping when it matters most, this might be the most important 5 minutes you'll spend today. Because I'm about to show you a simple exercise, backed by urologists, that can literally destroy weak erections and bring back that strong, powerful confidence you thought you lost. And here's the best part. It takes just 5 minutes a day. No pills, no weird devices, no expensive treatments, just your body and a little consistency. Most men go through life thinking that weak erections are just a normal part of aging, or that stress, tiredness, or low testosterone are to blame. But the truth is, in many cases, it's not about age or hormones at all. It's about a small, hidden muscle deep inside your pelvic region that you've probably never paid attention to. This muscle, known as the PC muscle or pubococcygis muscle, quietly supports your entire sexual function, blood flow, and performance. It's the foundation of your strength down there, and yet it's ignored by nearly every man until something goes wrong. When this muscle becomes weak or inactive, it affects your control, your firmness, and even your confidence. That's why understanding it and learning how to activate and strengthen it can completely change the way your body responds. This hidden power muscle works behind the scenes every single day, but most men don't even realize it's there. It stretches from your tailbone to your pubic bone and acts like a hammock supporting your internal organs, bladder, and reproductive system. Think of it like the base of your core, the powerhouse that holds everything together. When it's strong, blood flows easily, control is sharp, and erections are firm and consistent. But when it weakens, everything starts to slow down. You might notice that your erections don't last as long, or that they're not as firm as they used to be. You might find it harder to control your timing or feel that your body doesn't respond like it once did. Many men chalk that up to getting older, but really, it's the same as having a weak core at the gym. You've just stopped training a crucial muscle. To understand how important this muscle is, imagine trying to lift heavy weights with no strength in your lower back or abs. You'd lose balance, strain easily, and your power would vanish. That's exactly what happens when your PC muscle is weak. Blood flow, the very thing that makes an erection possible, is controlled and stabilized by this muscle. It's like a valve that opens and holds pressure where you need it most. If that valve is weak, blood leaks out, and the firmness fades. If it's strong, it traps and maintains blood efficiently, giving you the kind of performance that makes you feel alive and confident again. Most men spend years training their arms, shoulders, and abs, but forget that real masculine power starts from within. The PC muscle doesn't just control erections. It also affects your ability to maintain control during intimacy, your recovery time, and even your posture and energy levels. When you activate it properly, you start to notice changes beyond just the bedroom. You feel more grounded, more confident in your movements, and more connected to your body. The reason is simply strengthening this muscle improves circulation, oxygen delivery, and nerve communication in your lower body. That means your entire system starts performing better. When this muscle gets ignored, though, the effects creep up slowly. It doesn't happen overnight. At first, maybe your morning erections become less frequent. Then you might notice it takes longer to get in the mood, or it's harder to maintain firmness. Over time, your confidence drops, and that starts to affect not just your physical performance, but also your mindset. You start to question yourself, feel anxious, and maybe even avoid situations where you used to feel strong. It becomes a silent cycle of frustration that can deeply affect your quality of life. But the good news is this isn't permanent. Just like any other muscle, the PC muscle can be retrained, strengthened, and rebuilt, no matter your age. The science behind it is actually fascinating. When you engage the PC muscle, you stimulate the nerves and blood vessels that run through your pelvic floor. This increases blood flow to your reproductive organs and conditions your body to maintain pressure where it matters. Think of it as pumping fresh oxygen and nutrients into a system that's been neglected. Over time, those tissues become stronger, more responsive, and more elastic, That's why men who train this muscle consistently often notice not only harder erections, but also a fuller, more powerful sensation overall. It's like reawakening a part of your body that's been asleep for years. Doctors and urologists have been quietly teaching this technique for decades, especially to men recovering from surgeries or dealing with erectile dysfunction. They know that medication can only go so far if the physical structure underneath is weak. Pills can temporarily boost blood flow, but if your muscles can't hold that blood, the results fade quickly. That's why focusing on the root cause, strengthening the foundation, works better and lasts longer. When the PC muscle is strong, your body becomes naturally efficient at trapping and maintaining blood, and your erections become a reflection of that strength. To really feel this muscle in action, think about the moment you stop your urine midstream. That tightening you feel deep inside is your PC muscle contracting. Most men only feel it briefly, but when you start paying attention, you realize you can control it any time. That control is where real power begins. When you strengthen it through simple daily exercises, you're building endurance and responsiveness right at the source. And because it's an internal muscle, you can do it anywhere. While driving, watching TV, or even sitting at your desk, without anyone knowing. It's discreet, effortless, and incredibly effective when done consistently. As this muscle becomes stronger, you'll notice changes that go beyond just performance. Your posture improves because your pelvic floor supports your core stability. Your bladder control becomes sharper, meaning fewer bathroom trips and better confidence in public. Your lower back feels more supported, reducing strain and tension, and most importantly, your self-esteem rises because you can feel that your body is working with you again. That sense of control over your own body is something every man deserves to experience. The connection between the mind and this muscle is also powerful. Many men don't realize how much mental stress affects their performance. When you're anxious or tense, your pelvic muscles tighten up in the wrong way, cutting off proper blood flow and making things worse. But once you start training this area intentionally, you create a sense of awareness and relaxation that helps you perform under pressure. It's like learning to control your breathing during a workout. Your body starts responding automatically, calmly, and powerfully. Over time, that mental and physical connection becomes second nature, helping you perform naturally without overthinking. Strengthening the PC muscle also improves stamina. The more control you build, the longer you can maintain firmness without fatigue. It's like upgrading your endurance in the gym. You can push further, recover faster, and feel more confident knowing you're in control. Many men who practice these exercises notice they can last longer and recover quicker between sessions, which brings back that youthful energy and vitality that once seemed lost. And it's not just about performance, it's about overall wellness. A strong pelvic floor improves circulation throughout your lower body, supports your organs, and even helps with digestion and lower back pain. It's a chain reaction of benefits that all start from one small but powerful muscle. That's why ignoring it is such a big mistake, because when that foundation weakens, everything connected to it suffers. The truth is, your body was designed to be strong, responsive, and capable. Weak erections aren't a sign that you're broken or too old. They're a signal that your foundation needs attention. And once you give that attention to the PC muscle, everything starts falling back into place. It's like reigniting an engine that's been running on low power for too long. Suddenly, the spark returns. The energy comes back. You feel alive, powerful, and confident again. Every man deserves to feel in control of his body, to stand tall knowing he has the strength and stamina to perform when it counts. The secret isn't in expensive supplements or quick fixes. It's already within you, hidden in that small but mighty muscle that's been waiting to be activated. Once you start training it, even for just a few minutes a day, you'll understand what true control feels like. You'll move differently, think differently, and perform differently because your body will finally be aligned with your confidence again. It's not magic, and it's not wishful thinking. It's pure biology. The more you use and strengthen a muscle, The stronger it gets, the PC muscle is no exception. And the best part is it responds quickly. Within weeks, most men notice significant improvement, not just physically, but mentally. You start feeling proud of your progress, more connected to your body, and more in tune with your natural strength. It's an empowering experience that reminds you that real health and vitality come from within, not from a bottle or a pill. So when you hear people talk about performance issues, remember that there's a deeper truth. Weak erections aren't always about hormones, stress, or age. They're often the result of ignoring the one muscle that holds everything together. When you take the time to strengthen that foundation, your body rewards you with confidence, power, and endurance that no external solution can match. That hidden power muscle is the key that unlocks your true potential, bringing you back to the strength and confidence you were always meant to have. If you've been struggling with weak erections, low energy, or just not feeling as strong and confident as you used to, the truth is you don't need expensive supplements, complicated devices, or awkward treatments to fix it. What most men don't realize is that doctors and urologists have been recommending a simple, science-backed exercise that restores performance and strength naturally, and it takes only 5 minutes a day. This is not a gimmick or a fitness fad. It's a proven technique that targets the real root cause of weak erections, poor blood flow, and weak pelvic muscles. When you strengthen the muscles that control blood circulation and stability down there, you rebuild your foundation from the inside out. The result? Harder, longer-lasting erections, better control, and renewed confidence without depending on pills or temporary fixes. The reason this works so well is that the male body relies heavily on muscle function to support blood flow. Erections are, at their core, a vascular event, meaning they depend on healthy blood vessels and muscle strength to trap and hold blood in the right place. When those supporting muscles become weak from inactivity or age, blood can't stay trapped effectively, and erections fade too quickly. Pills like Viagra might help temporarily by boosting blood flow, but they don't fix the underlying weakness. Once the pill wears off, the problem remains. That's why urologists emphasize strengthening the pelvic floor. It's like fixing the base of the structure instead of just painting over the cracks. This 5-minute exercise isn't about working up a sweat or lifting weights. It's about reconnecting with a deep internal muscle group that's responsible for your control, endurance, and strength. Doctors call it pelvic floor training or Kegel exercises for men. It might sound simple, but its results are profound. Clinical studies show that men who perform these exercises daily see a noticeable improvement in firmness, duration, and even sensitivity within a few weeks. And because it's completely natural, there are no side effects, no recovery time, and no need for medical appointments. You can do it privately at home without anyone ever knowing. The best part is how easy it is to start. You don't need any special equipment or complicated instructions. The entire routine can be done while sitting, lying down, or even standing. You simply engage the same muscle you would use to stop urinating midstream. That's your pelvic floor muscle, also known as the PC muscle. Once you locate it, the exercise is as simple as tightening that muscle, holding for a few seconds and releasing. At first, it may feel unfamiliar or weak, but as with any workout, the more you practice, the stronger and more controlled it becomes. Urologists suggest beginning with short contractions, around 3 to 5 seconds each, followed by equal rest. Do this 10 to 15 times per session. Over time, as your strength improves, increase both the duration and repetitions. You don't have to set aside a specific time or space for this. That's what makes it so powerful. You can do it anywhere, anytime. Whether you're at your desk driving or watching TV, no one will ever notice. It's a discrete habit that pays off massively over time. And the consistency is what matters most. 5 minutes every day might not sound like much, but when done correctly, it rewires your body's natural response system. Blood flow improves, muscle tone increases, and your confidence starts to rebuild from within. Doctors have seen men of all ages benefit from this, from younger men dealing with performance anxiety to older men recovering from prostate issues. The results speak for themselves. Within 2 to 3 weeks, most men report stronger morning erections and better control during intimacy. After a month or two, stamina improves and the feeling of firmness becomes consistent. It's almost like rediscovering a part of your body you thought was gone. The exercise activates blood vessels and nerve endings that have been dormant due to inactivity, stress, or long hours of sitting. By retraining that area, you remind your body how to function at its best. Urologists emphasize that the pelvic floor muscles act like a support system for your reproductive organs. When they're weak, it's like having a loose foundation. You can't sustain strength for long. But when you tighten and tone them, you regain control over how your body performs. It's the same reason athletes train their core. Stability starts from the center. This exercise works the same way, but instead of visible abs, the benefit shows where it truly matters. Every contraction increases endurance, circulation, and sensitivity, helping your body respond naturally and powerfully without external help. It's also worth noting that this exercise doesn't just improve erections. It helps with bladder control, ejaculation timing, and even lower back stability. Many men notice they no longer wake up multiple times at night to urinate, or that they feel stronger in their posture and movement. That's because a trained pelvic floor supports your entire core system. This connection between sexual health and physical strength is something most men overlook. By dedicating 5 minutes a day to this practice, you're improving multiple aspects of your health simultaneously. Think about it this way: if you can commit to brushing your teeth for 2 minutes a day to keep them healthy, why not spend 5 minutes on a muscle that defines your vitality, confidence, and masculinity? The return on investment is incredible. It's free, simple, private, and backed by medical science. The key, however, is consistency. Doing it once or twice won't change much, but stick with it for a few weeks, and you'll start noticing changes that feel natural and lasting. Your body will begin responding without effort. You'll feel stronger, not only physically, but mentally, because you'll know you've taken control instead of relying on shortcuts. A big reason this exercise works so well is its direct link to circulation. Erections rely on blood entering and staying in the penis. When your pelvic muscles are toned, they act like a natural pump, forcing more blood into the area and keeping it there longer. That's why many men describe the results as fuller and firmer than before. It's not just about frequency, it's about quality. A 5-minute daily commitment trains your body to maximize its own blood flow efficiency. You're not forcing an artificial reaction like with pills, you're restoring your body's natural ability to perform. Doctors have found that men who regularly perform this exercise also experience long-term benefits, even as they age. It reduces the likelihood of erectile dysfunction, prevents urinary leakage, and enhances recovery after prostate surgery. For younger men, it builds a foundation of control and endurance that lasts a lifetime. It's a lifelong skill, not just a temporary fix. That's why urologists often call it the male body's hidden advantage. Most men never learn about it, but those who do and practice consistently often report a significant transformation in their physical and emotional confidence. Another powerful benefit is psychological. When you take action and see results, your confidence skyrockets. You no longer feel helpless or dependent on external aids. You feel capable, strong, and in control again. That confidence translates into every area of your life, your relationships, your mindset, even your energy levels during the day. The mind-body connection is real, and when you restore strength to such a vital area, your brain responds with renewed self-assurance. This mental shift can often be just as transformative as the physical improvements. What makes this approach stand out is how safe and sustainable it is. There's no risk of side effects, no strain on the body, and no rebound problems like you might get with medication. It's as natural as breathing. In fact, many experts recommend combining deep breathing with these contractions to enhance oxygen flow and relaxation. When you coordinate your breath with the movement, tightening as you exhale and releasing as you inhale, the body sinks into a rhythm that boosts both focus and blood circulation. It's almost meditative, and it helps release tension that often builds up from stress or anxiety. Even though this exercise is small in effort, it yields huge results because of how directly it targets the cause of weakness. You don't need to guess or hope it's working. You'll start noticing subtle improvements within days. Stronger morning wood, improved stamina, and that powerful sense of firmness returning are all signs your body is responding. By week 2 or 3, most men feel the difference so clearly that they can't imagine skipping their daily 5-minute session. It becomes as automatic as stretching or brushing your teeth, a quick, private ritual that keeps your confidence and performance alive. The beauty of this method is that it doesn't matter your age or fitness level. Whether you're in your 20s or 60s, this works because it focuses on function, not force. It's about awakening a muscle that was designed to keep you strong but has been dormant from years of sitting, stress, or inactivity. The moment you start using it, it responds. And as the weeks go by, the changes compound. More strength, better control, and deeper satisfaction. You're not adding something foreign to your body. You're reminding it how to do what it's supposed to do. And that's why urologists emphasize this 5-minute exercise as one of the best natural ways to fix weak erections and restore male performance. It's grounded in science, proven by results, and achievable by anyone willing to put in a few minutes of effort each day. No complicated routines, no risky supplements, just simple, focused consistency that strengthens the most important muscle most men ignore. Once you make it a habit, you'll realize how powerful those 5 minutes can be in transforming not just your performance, but your confidence, energy, and sense of control over your own body. Most men go through their entire lives without realizing that the true secret to stronger, harder erections lies in a single, often ignored muscle deep inside their body. It's not about pills, it's not about supplements, and it's not about external devices. It's about strengthening the very muscle that controls blood flow and pressure in the most private yet most powerful area of your body. When you activate and train this muscle, the same one you use to stop the flow of urine midstream, you are tapping into a natural source of strength that directly improves your performance, stamina, and confidence. This is a muscle you can control consciously, and just like any other muscle, the more you train it, the stronger and more responsive it becomes. To understand this better, think about how you might flex your biceps or your abs. You engage the muscle, hold it, and release it, and over time it gets stronger. The muscle we're talking about here, known as the PC muscle, short for pubocasegus muscle, works in the same way. It's located at the base of your pelvis, stretching from your tailbone to your pubic bone, and it plays a crucial role in maintaining blood flow to your sexual organs. Every erection depends on this muscle contracting and trapping blood inside the penis. When it's weak, blood escapes too easily, leading to softer or shorter, lasting erections. But when it's strong, it acts like a lock, keeping the pressure high and the blood flow steady. Training this muscle gives you the control and power you've been missing. The exercise itself is simple, but the key is awareness and consistency. The first step is to identify the right muscle. The easiest way to do this is while urinating. Try to stop the flow of urine midstream. The muscle you feel tightening deep inside is the PC muscle. Once you've found it, you can perform the exercise anytime, even without needing to use the bathroom. Sit or lie down comfortably, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, gently tighten that same muscle as if you were stopping the flow of urine. Hold that contraction for about 3 to 5 seconds, then slowly release it. That's 1 repetition. You might notice at first that you can only hold it for a few seconds or that it feels weak. That's completely normal. Just like any other workout, you build strength over time. Start with around 10 repetitions, resting for a few seconds between each one. As you get stronger, gradually increase both the hold duration and the number of repetitions. Eventually, you can work up to holding each contraction for 10 seconds or more and doing multiple sets throughout the day. The beauty of this exercise is that it's discreet. No one will ever know you're doing it. You can practice while watching TV, drive in sitting at your desk, or even standing in line at the store. It requires no equipment, no gym, and no awkward movements. You're training from the inside, quietly and effectively. As you continue this daily routine, you'll start to notice subtle but powerful changes. Within the first week or two, you may begin to feel more control, not just in your sexual performance, but also in your bladder and overall body awareness. That's because this exercise strengthens the entire pelvic floor, which supports your lower organs and improves circulation. By week 3 or 4, most men report stronger, more reliable erections, greater endurance, and improved confidence. You'll also notice more frequent and firmer morning wood, which is a clear sign of healthier blood flow and muscle response. What's actually happening inside your body during these exercises is pretty fascinating. Each contraction acts like a mini workout for your blood vessels. When you tighten the PC muscle, you momentarily restrict blood flow, and when you release, you allow a fresh surge of oxygenated blood to rush through the area. This repeated process nourishes and strengthens the tissues responsible for erection and stamina. It's like creating a natural pump effect that keeps everything active and healthy. Over time, this increased circulation leads to stronger, longer-lasting erections and more sensitivity. Consistency is everything. Doing this once or twice won't make a difference, but making it a daily habit transforms your body from the inside out. Think of it as brushing your teeth, a small daily act that keeps things in great shape. 5 minutes a day is all it takes. You can break it up throughout the day if that's easier. The key is to stay relaxed, breathe normally, and focus on isolating that one muscle. Don't tighten your abs, thighs, or buttocks. You want all the effort centered in your pelvic region. With time, you'll gain better control and coordination, allowing you to activate the muscle precisely when you need it. This level of control translates directly into better performance. You'll be able to maintain firmness longer because your muscles can hold blood flow steady. You'll also gain the ability to delay climax and extend your stamina, which can make a huge difference in your confidence and satisfaction. It's a simple, natural way to take back control of your body without relying on temporary fixes. And the best part is that this method is backed by urologists and physical therapists who specialize in men's health. They recommend it not just for improving erections, but also for preventing urinary issues and strengthening overall pelvic health. Even beyond sexual health, this exercise has other benefits. A strong pelvic floor helps with posture, supports your lower back, and can even improve your core stability. You might find that your movements feel stronger and more balanced as your foundation gets stronger. Many men who start doing this for performance reasons are surprised to find they also feel more energy and power in their everyday activities. That's because you're improving circulation, oxygen flow, and muscle engagement in a part of your body that's often neglected. It's also worth noting that this isn't just about physical strength. It's about mental control too. As you practice tightening and releasing the PC muscle, you become more aware of your body's signals and responses. That awareness can help reduce anxiety, improve relaxation, and increase confidence in intimate moments. You start to trust your body again because you can feel that it's under your control. That mental shift can be just as powerful as the physical improvements. Over time, as this muscle becomes stronger, you'll notice that it engages automatically when needed. It's like any other trained reflex. The more you practice, the more naturally it kicks in. You might find that your erections feel more solid even without consciously trying because your body has adapted to maintaining stronger pressure. You'll also notice that recovery time between sessions shortens, meaning you can perform again sooner and with more confidence. It's a sign that your circulation and muscular endurance are improving in harmony. For beginners, it's important not to overdo it. Just like with any new workout, start slow and focus on correct technique. If you push too hard or hold for too long right away, you might feel a little soreness. That's normal, but it's best to increase gradually to avoid fatigue. The goal is to build endurance, not strain. In a few weeks, you'll naturally find yourself able to hold longer and perform more repetitions without even thinking about it. The progress is steady, and each day builds on the last. One simple trick to enhance results is to pair your pelvic exercises with deep breathing. When you inhale, relax the muscle completely. When you exhale, contract and hold it. This breathing rhythm not only helps you stay focused, but also boosts oxygen flow to the muscles and reduces tension. Some men even combine this with light stretching or meditation to enhance relaxation and body awareness. It's a holistic way to strengthen your mind-body connection while improving your physical performance. Doctors have observed that men who consistently train their pelvic floor often feel benefits beyond the bedroom. They report higher energy levels, better mood, and even improved confidence in social settings. That's because sexual health and overall vitality are deeply linked. When you feel strong and capable in one area, it spills over into every part of your life. This simple exercise can reignite that spark of confidence you might have lost over time. Another positive effect is improved circulation throughout the pelvic region, which is crucial for long-term health. As men age, blood flow to that area naturally decreases, leading to weaker tissue and slower recovery. Regular pelvic exercises act as a natural safeguard, keeping blood vessels active and healthy. This not only prevents problems, but also helps reverse existing weakness. That's why many urologists recommend these exercises not only to younger men, but also to older men who want to maintain or restore their performance naturally. The beauty of this method is how universal it is. Whether you're 25 or 65, whether you're struggling with weak erections or just want to maintain peak performance, this exercise fits perfectly into your daily routine. It requires no tools, no medications, and no appointments, just a few focused minutes. And because the muscle is internal, you can work it without anyone noticing, giving you the freedom to practice whenever you want. The results can be life-changing. Once you've built up strength and endurance in your PC muscle, you'll not only notice harder erections, but also improved control and sensation. Your confidence will grow because you'll know your body can respond naturally without needing external help. This is the kind of transformation that doesn't just change your physical state, it changes how you feel about yourself. You move differently, think differently, and carry yourself with quiet assurance because you know you've taken control of your body's most essential function. That's the power of this 5-minute exercise. It's not about doing something complicated or exhausting. It's about consistency, awareness, and taking charge of the one muscle that most men forget about. By tightening, holding, and releasing with intention every day, you're training your body to be stronger, healthier, and more responsive. Over time, those small daily actions add up to major changes. Stronger performance, more control, and renewed confidence that comes from knowing your body is working exactly as it should. When most men start noticing changes in their body, they usually focus on what they can see in the mirror. Muscles, abs, shoulders, maybe the arms that look stronger under good lighting. But what if I told you the real transformation that changes everything about your energy, your confidence, and even your performance doesn't come from what's visible on the outside, but from a muscle deep inside your body that you've probably never thought about? That's where the story begins for many men who struggled with weak erections, low stamina, or that slow decline that nobody likes to talk about. They think it's just age or stress or something they can't fix. But in reality, the issue often lies in a small, forgotten muscle, the pelvic floor muscle, also known as the pubococcygeus or PC muscle. This hidden muscle is like a secret switch for male strength. When it's weak, everything feels off. Your erections aren't as hard as they used to be. Your control during intimacy starts to fade, and your confidence quietly disappears. But when it's strong, everything feels powerful again. The connection between your brain, body, and performance becomes sharper. What's fascinating is that most men never realize how much this muscle does for them. It supports your bladder, your bowel, and most importantly, your sexual function. It's the same muscle you tighten when you stop urinating midstream. That movement might seem small, but it's actually the foundation of your body's control system. A strong PC muscle improves blood flow to your pelvic area, helps you last longer, and makes your erections naturally harder, without any pills, supplements, or expensive treatments. It's the ultimate internal workout, and when you start training it, you'll feel results in places that you didn't even know needed strength. The real magic happens when you start noticing these subtle shifts. Maybe after a week, you start feeling a little more control down there. Maybe you wake up one morning and realize that your morning erection feels stronger, firmer, and lasts longer. That's your body telling you that the blood flow and nerve connections are waking up again. It's not fantasy, it's physiology. By strengthening this deep core muscle, you're giving your body the support it needs to function the way it's supposed to. And the results speak for themselves. Men who consistently train this muscle for even 5 minutes a day report that within 2 to 3 weeks, they start noticing a major difference, not only in the hardness of their erections, but also in the confidence that comes with it. Think about it. When you feel that control returning, that power coming back, it changes everything. You start walking differently, standing taller, feeling more alive. It's like your body remembers what it was built for. This isn't some miracle cure. It's your own strength coming back to life. The same way a muscle in your arm grows when you train it. Your pelvic floor responds the same way, with consistency and attention. It's just that this one muscle affects one of the most important parts of a man's identity. Most people don't realize how interconnected everything in the male body is. Your posture, your breathing, your blood circulation, your hormonal balance, all of it influences your sexual health. When you strengthen your pelvic floor, you're not just targeting your erection, you're improving the entire system. Your blood flows better because your muscles aren't blocking or compressing key arteries. Your body gets better at sending oxygen and nutrients where they're needed. Even your testosterone levels may respond positively because your body senses that you're using those deep core muscles that are linked with male energy and drive. It's a full circle effect that creates visible results, and it all begins with that one invisible muscle. When men start this exercise, they're usually skeptical. They think, how can something so simple make such a difference? But then, after a couple of weeks, they notice the difference not only in physical response, but in confidence. They're not worrying about performance anymore. They're not checking if it'll work this time. Instead, they're feeling natural control, that effortless readiness that comes from within. That's when they realize the true power of the PC muscle. It's like rediscovering a part of your body you forgot existed. The best part is you don't need any special equipment or environment. You can do this exercise anywhere. Sitting at your desk, driving, or even while watching TV. You simply tighten that muscle as if you're trying to stop urination midstream, hold it for a few seconds, and release. Over time, that simple move turns into a habit. A daily tune-up that keeps your inner engine strong, and because it takes so little time, there's no excuse not to do it. 5 minutes a day can change your entire experience of masculinity. What's even more interesting is that as your control grows, your awareness of your own body deepens. You begin to notice subtle things, how your breathing affects your tension, how relaxation improves your endurance, how your posture supports your energy flow. You start to feel more connected to yourself. That's something no pill or supplement can give you. This connection between body and mind brings not just physical improvement, but emotional confidence. That confidence naturally shows in everything you do. It's the difference between hoping your body will perform and knowing it will. Over time, the changes compound. After 2 to 3 weeks, it's not just about having stronger erections, it's about feeling balanced, stable, and more in control of your body's responses. Men often describe it as feeling younger again. Not in years, but in energy. They start sleeping better, waking up with more drive, and feeling more alive throughout the day. Even partners notice the difference. Not just physically, but emotionally. Because that kind of natural confidence changes how a man interacts, how he communicates, how he shows up. This exercise might seem like it's only for one thing, but in reality, it reawakens something much bigger. It reconnects you to your core strength, that quiet but powerful foundation that affects everything from performance to posture to mindset. It's not a quick fix, it's a restoration. And the beauty of it is, it's completely in your control, no external product, no dependency, no risk, just your body doing what it's designed to do once you start training it the right way. So within just a few weeks, when you feel that renewed energy every morning, when your body responds the way you've always wanted, you'll know it's not magic. It's muscle. It's the result of giving attention to a part of yourself that you've ignored for too long. And the best part is, once you build that strength, it doesn't just vanish. It becomes part of who you are. As you keep training, it gets even better. Your performance becomes effortless, your control automatic, and your confidence unshakable. That's why men who discover this never stop. Because once you realize you can reclaim that power naturally, you never want to lose it again. And that's why within just 2 to 3 weeks, the changes feel so real. It's not placebo, it's progress. Your muscles are responding, your blood is flowing, and your confidence is rising. The visible results, harder erections, better stamina, stronger control, are just the surface. Underneath, what's really happening is a total reconnection between your body and your mind. And that, more than anything else, is what makes this so powerful. For a lot of men, confidence doesn't just come from what they wear, how much they earn, or how others see them. It comes from how they feel inside their own body. That quiet inner power that makes a man walk differently, speak differently, and carry himself with that natural strength that doesn't need to be shown off. But when your body starts to betray you in ways that are deeply personal, like losing control, losing firmness, or losing that spark, it starts to chip away at your confidence. You might not talk about it, but it stays in your head. You start to doubt yourself in moments that used to feel natural, and that self-doubt spreads into other parts of your life. You stop feeling like yourself. The truth is, most men experience this at some point, but very few know how to reverse it naturally. They try pills, supplements, or quick fixes that promise miracles but deliver nothing lasting. What they don't realize is that the key to rebuilding that deep, unshakable confidence isn't found in a bottle. It's already inside their body, waiting to be reactivated through something simple but powerful. It starts with a small muscle most men never think about. The pelvic floor muscle, also called the PC muscle. It's not something you can see in the mirror or flex at the gym, but it holds the key to a man's performance, control, and sense of vitality. When this muscle weakens, your energy drops, your performance suffers, and your confidence quietly fades with it. But when you strengthen it, something amazing happens. Not only do you feel physical changes like stronger erections, better stamina, and more control, but your entire mindset shifts. You begin to feel capable again. Your body starts responding the way you want it to, and that changes how you think, how you move, and even how you look at yourself. What's so incredible about this is how naturally it works. You don't need to change your diet, take strange herbs, or follow complicated routines. All it takes is training this one forgotten muscle for a few minutes every day. The more you activate it, the more your blood flow improves, your sensitivity increases, and your internal strength grows. And with every bit of progress, your confidence builds without you even realizing it. It's not the fake kind of confidence that comes from external validation. It's the kind that grows from knowing your body works as it should. You start to feel grounded, capable, and alive again. This kind of transformation doesn't just happen in the bedroom. It carries into every part of your life. You walk into a room differently because you feel stronger. Your posture changes because your core, including the pelvic floor, supports your body better. Even your breathing deepens, which calms your mind and boosts your focus. Your body and brain start working together again instead of against each other. The anxiety and self-doubt that used to linger in the background start to fade. You begin to feel comfortable in your own skin again, and that's where true confidence begins. It's amazing how something so small and internal can affect a man's entire identity. Most people think confidence is psychological, but for men, it's often physiological too. When your body feels weak or unresponsive, it's hard to project strength. But when your body feels powerful, you naturally project confidence without trying. That's why strengthening the pelvic floor muscle has such a deep impact. It connects physical control with emotional stability. When you train it regularly, you're not just improving blood circulation or nerve response, you're telling your body, I'm taking control again. And that message resonates through everything you do. After a few weeks of consistent training, men often describe the same feeling. It's like waking up their body from the inside. They notice that their posture straightens naturally, their lower back feels stronger, and their movements feel more deliberate and grounded. That sense of control spreads beyond the physical. They find themselves more patient, more focused, and more assertive in daily life. It's not arrogance. It's calm assurance. They stop second guessing themselves because that internal weakness is gone. The energy that once leaked through doubt now stays within them, fueling everything they do. There's a quiet power in that. No one else might notice what changed, but you feel it. It's in the way you talk, the way you stand, the way you breathe. You no longer feel anxious about performance because your body feels ready and responsive. You're not forcing confidence anymore. It flows naturally because your foundation is solid. That's the beauty of rebuilding confidence from the inside out. It doesn't depend on anyone else. It's not temporary, it's yours. Men who do this regularly often say that their energy throughout the day feels different too. That sluggishness that used to hit in the afternoon starts to fade. They feel more alive, more alert, and more focused. Their drive returns. Not just sexual drive, but life drive. They feel motivated to work out, to take care of themselves, to pursue goals they'd been putting off. When your body is functioning at its peak, your brain follows. The hormone balance improves, your stress levels drop, and your mood becomes more stable. You feel like the best version of yourself again. And it all starts with a few minutes of focused muscle training. It's not just about feeling strong, it's about feeling like a man again. That's something a lot of people don't talk about openly, but it's one of the most important feelings a man can have. When you feel that inner strength returning, it reconnects you with the part of yourself that's decisive, courageous, and full of energy. The world feels different because you approach it differently. Challenges don't intimidate you the way they used to. You begin to act with quiet certainty instead of hesitation. And that's the kind of energy people notice without you saying a word. What's even more impressive is how quickly this transformation begins. Within just a couple of weeks, you start noticing subtle but undeniable changes. Firmer control, stronger responses, more confidence. It's like turning back the clock on your body, but in a way that's completely natural and sustainable. And because it's your own muscle, your own effort, there's a deep sense of pride in knowing you did it yourself. No shortcuts, no dependencies, no tricks. Just you reclaiming control. Every time you perform the exercise, it's like a small act of discipline that strengthens both your body and your mind. It reminds you that consistency creates results. It teaches patience and focus, and those lessons translate into every other area of your life. You start taking better care of your health, eating better, sleeping better, because your body starts rewarding you with more energy and clarity. It's a cycle of self-improvement that starts with one small muscle, but ends up reshaping your entire lifestyle. There's also a psychological shift that happens once your confidence rebuilds naturally. Instead of seeking validation or reassurance, you start creating it from within. You stop comparing yourself to others because your focus turns inward, on your own growth, your own control, your own potential. That inner security makes you calmer, more grounded, and more attractive. People sense that kind of energy instantly because it's real. It's not the loud, overcompensating kind of confidence. It's the quiet kind that speaks through your presence. It's not just about physical performance anymore. It's about reclaiming ownership of your body and your masculinity in a natural, healthy way. When you feel that alignment between your body and mind, it changes how you approach everything, from your relationships to your goals to your sense of self-worth. The small exercise that started as a way to fix one issue becomes a foundation for your entire confidence system. It reminds you that strength doesn't come from external validation. It comes from within, from knowing that your body listens and responds to you. So every single day you train this muscle, you're not just building physical endurance. You're rebuilding belief in yourself. Every repetition is a silent reminder that you're capable of growth and control. And when you look in the mirror after a few weeks, the change isn't just visible, it's felt. That spark in your eyes, that steady energy, that quiet confidence returning piece by piece, that's the power of rebuilding naturally. That's the strength that no pill or supplement can ever replace. Because it doesn't just fix a symptom, it restores who you are at your core.